Internet, good morning. It's not even morning for me anymore, but it was when I first tried to record this video. But there were some mishaps, and I deleted the wrong moves, and I ended up with no coverage, and I lost games I could have won. So we're just gonna pretend that never happened because I got interrupted in the middle of recording it anyways, and I was just gonna tack on one battle at the end and upload it, but uh, I'd rather just start over fresh and I finally have uh, the house mostly to myself, so I should be able to record without getting interrupted this time and hopefully get some better battles because of my experiences in the other one. We got one or two, we had decent turns and stuff that maybe someday I'll put something together and they'll see the light of day, but generally, I think we should just go again, and hopefully, we we get what we're looking for. But this team is a team inspired by a combination of Joey, Pokgame, Envy, I believe, was on that video as well, and Magnitude via my brother, who said, Castform is great. They had a Castform video recently. We were watching it. Recommend it, but their team was missing something. It was pointed out, and that is legendary QUAD-WEATHER Suicune. So it's kind of an amalgamation of all sorts of different things I had swirling around my ideas for my next video, where I want to use dual weather Volbeat because Prankster Volbeat is one of my favorites, and it's just generally really good right now in BDSP, and everyone uses it. So I had to kick it up a notch from just regular old Volbeat. That's too mainstream these days. So we got dual weather Volbeat because it's just that good at setting weather, and so might as well just put it on the quad weather team. Unfortunately, we don't have room for a hail sweeper other than Castform, which of course has ice form. And I was also supposed to use Sunflora in a video that was requested, and I love Sunflora, so I said, of course, my next video will be Sunflora. And luckily, we don't have to choose between doing this team, which I was really excited for, and the Sunflora team, because we can just slap Sunflora on this team. We were going with Chlorophyll, perhaps, what's it called? Solar Power might be better suited for Sunflora, but I'm just generally not a fan of abilities that leech your HP, especially on Pokemon slow as Sunflora, so it is what it is. We're at the bottom of the ladder because all the OU I've played this generation is with those beautiful I teams. If you haven't seen those videos, I think they're pretty decent, so feel free to check those out. But or this team, which is of course just a giant meme. So we're donating our points to all the nice people at the bottom of the ladder, but hopefully we will win at least a couple of games. Those are our goals. Goal number one, win the game. Goal number two, win the game with Suicune's weather because Volbeat is, actually good. And goal number three, win the game with Suicune clicking as many different weather abilities as possible. So we're going to go ahead and I think we're going to start out with sand in this game. If we were really feeling ambitious, the way Magnitude did it back in the day is you ask your opponent to pick a number 1 through 4, and then you click that weather. But I think we're not quite at that level, probably in my experience with this team. If we want any chance, we need, at least pick the weather we want. Unfortunately, we can't go into our Sand Sweeper on Cacturn, but fortunately, oh my gosh. Well, I hope you enjoyed that turn of events because that's not what I was hoping for. But, yes, we don't have a Sand Castform, but they banned all the Sand Evasion abilities, so he can't be Sand Veil at least, which is, kind of stupid in my opinion, but it's going to help us here. And I say stupid because the banning abilities in general. Like I understand why uh, evasion in general is frowned upon, but the banning abilities I'm not a fan of unless they're really niche specific abilities that are like stupid overpowered, like uh, Moody. I'm fine with banning Moody. There's like 5 Pokemon that ban Moody, and none of them should be allowed to run Moody. But why distributed moves like the evasion weather abilities? Uh, I just don't really like banning because you end up with multiple Pokemon so far, I think, where they're just banned because they can't run a legal ability due to a combination of factors. And generally speaking, it's not like they were ruining the game with, Hail, uh, Snowcloak. That wasn't a rampant ladder thing that people were being trolled by. So, that's just my thoughts on that because I don't really want to go too much into detail how we just got 6-0'd by Fell Stinger Cacturne. But, that's when you play on the low ladder, you get experience cool stuff like that, where you'll never run into that if you had a high ladder team, and you would probably never lose to it if you had a real team. But we are the low ladder people that other people will be running into. And I think this might be a Volbeat lead situation. His team is pretty scary, so I think we need a Pokemon that has actual attacking moves to start out with. I think this is one of those kind of games where you just go directly into Kingdra and you start dropping Draco Meteors because, you know, it does a lot of damage and he has resists to everything. So we just want to kind of like punch some holes and come back later for the sweeping. But I'm actually noticing we're strong, so his water switch-ins aren't as good as like he has water resist, but are they hydro pump in the rain specs resist? This Jirachi is special defensive as all get out apparently. He's gonna disrespect us, so we just have to click the hydro pump here, even though obviously Tyranitar should be able to live this in the sand. But you know, well, that's why you never click hydro pump. I have the surf so that I can avoid that type of situation, but at the same time, I'm locked into moves, and he went for protect, so he could see what I was doing, and I needed the power to try and break some of his resists, and the fact that Jirachi barely took anything from that. But yes, we will just stay in Rapid Spin here, even if he has like Ice Beam. Yeah, he's banded maybe. Now it sucks because we missed the Hydro Pump, so we didn't get any sort of prior damage. But I think we're just gonna go into cast form, and we are going to drop the Weather Ball Rock on him, and then we're gonna retreat after getting a cast form kill. Terrible matchups these first 2 battles, so it's not off to a great start, but I'm sure we can do better than this. So we're gonna go into Suicune here. We're gonna set the sun up. We only have sunny day people left as our options, and he has answers to that, but we're gonna click the buttons while we have them at least. And obviously he's gonna troll around. I don't know why he feels the need to do this, but it's gonna work. I mean, I don't know why he feels the need to do this because he can beat us quite easily without doing it, is what I'm saying. Like, it's not like it's a bad play. It's just he's far enough ahead that he doesn't need to stall for a victory. He can just, click the win now button, and we can get on to another game where we might have a chance. I think we just go into Suicune on this, and eat that easily. This is where I'm almost stalling because again, this matchup is pretty unwinnable given what he has left. But we've got the sunny day options, and we're gonna at least click some moves here and make him do some stuff. The scissor is the main problem, and by that I mean it's a combination. Obviously, I can weather ball the scissor with Castform if I wasn't almost dead, but we're still slower and we die, which shouldn't be that much of a surprise. But again, we don't have anything else we can really do, so I'm just going to U-turn and see if that kills them, because we can maybe do some things with Sunny Day Castform if the Starmie is gone. We can at least like try and get a kill, I guess is what I'm saying, because winning the game is pretty much out of the question. We're going to start dying to Stealth Rocks even without his... Wait, do you take 25% because you transform first and then the pointed stones dig into you? That's sad. Why is it like that? Alright, so we can't win that one, obviously, as I said. And I learned something new about Castform mechanics, so, you know, that'll be something to take into consideration going forward. But I think we can do some damage in this one. I'm not sure which weather is the best. Maybe rain? I think we go straight for rain, and then we go straight for Castform, and we do some rain stuff, because he doesn't, like, his rain resist is Crawdaunt, which won't take it very well, and you know, Manaphy will, but ooh, we can switch up moves, which ought to be nice. But you know, it won't do that much back to us now that we can thunder it, so I'm a fan. Let's go ahead, and since we already lost our item, we can afford to... Hey, look, he forfeited. We won the game. Castform, lead off, win. Easy peasy. Forget every other battle that has either happened or I've mentioned happened in the past. We got 41 points for winning. I mean, I haven't done too many battles on this account, but I'm surprised. I mean, he was only at like 1040 himself. It's not like we beat up like 1,300 players somehow. But yes, now we want to win a game where our opponent actually stays for a few turns, if that's possible. And I know it is. Again, I've used this team a wee bit, and there are matchups where I definitely either could have or should have won, and you know, then I didn't for reasons that were somewhat my fault, somewhat just poor luck and whatnot. But we're gonna go ahead and we set up the rain, but I don't know that rain is what we wanted in this scenario, because I wanted to go into Castform and start clicking thunders, but then I realized, you know, Vileplume's actually just a good answer to that. So like he doesn't have great switch-ins to thunder, but he wouldn't have to switch out. He wouldn't even be threatened. So we're just gonna switch into Volbeat here, and we're, you know, probably gonna get poisoned somewhere along the line, but unfortunately, even without any speed investment, my Volbeat keeps being faster than things. But you know, while we have the rain up, we might as well go drop a Draco Meteor. I don't know, he might be, yeah, as I say, that's not the damage for Spectre Sludge Bomb, but the way he's just clicking it over and over. He has the Cloud9 Golduck, which of course, you know, we can't have the Quad Weather team you fighting Cloud9 Golduck, so we had to get rid of that real quick. And hopefully this isn't Sapsip or Zoomerol. Yeah, that's what I thought. So we should be able to set up a Sunny Day, hopefully, assuming he's not max speed. And then we can deal with him with Sunflora. Yes, we're obviously +6 play rough will take out the Weatherman, but that just gives us a free switch in Sunflora, and we can hopefully, you know, force him out. And yes, obviously we can't touch Vileplume with grass moves, but we got rid of the belly drum, which is what's important. And we can go into cast form now, and we can start clicking Sunny Day Weather Ball, assuming he didn't get the poison there, which is great. And we can't belly drum anymore, so that's definitely something worth acknowledging. I'm gonna assume he doesn't have Ice Punch or anything, so we're gonna go back into Sunflora. We don't need the sun to click this Specs Nature Power. And we got the burn, so we should be able to take the Play Rough. And yeah, there's Sunflora doing something for you. I'm kind of surprised he stayed in there, but at least we can weaken this Vileplume. And yeah, we will go back into Volbeat now, and we will set up the Sunny Day. And we will try and cast form this man to our best of our abilities. Him only has good enough special defense that it should be able to live. But if we weaken things, he's actually looking somewhat in danger of what's it called? Sand Slash. If we can Earthquake things, we should be able to Sand Slash him. Now, we have been Blaze kicked here, unfortunately, but that means we're out of Weather Setters. So it's time. He's Scarf Blaze Kick, huh? Well, that's a new one. Just gonna click an Ice Beam here because obviously he's not gonna Blaze Kick a Kingdra, and so we should hopefully be able to get rid of the Vileplume, which I'm a big fan of Vileplume in the lower tiers. It has a nice amount of special defense, so I'm not surprised at all that he was able to sponge those hits. We basically just were hoping for a miss there because we will get killed by Gengar if we don't get some of these rapid spins off. But we don't get the the extreme amount of luck we needed to win that. But we got some kills. We took out some things with the Sunflora, so that's worth something in some aspects. I think if it's not Flash Fire Arcanine, we should be able to do some damage with Sunny Day cast form in this one. We're gonna just go ahead and set up the Rain and go into Kingdra because his team doesn't really handle that kind of damage too well. Obviously, he's gonna set up some stuff, but we will hopefully have a chance to rapid spin those later. This team is obviously like super duper hyper offense without some of the offense. So, if we won't be switching too much because all of the Pokemon will already be dead. And yeah, you can just click a nice Spec Surf here, and he doesn't have any real answer to that. So down goes the Shuckle. And if we spin, then we don't have to worry about hazards again. And that's just one less General Mon that can soak up turns because, we have limited weather. We can't run all the rocks on everything. And, we've been Yond here, which of course is less than ideal. But I think I'm just going to go ahead and let Kingdra go to sleep. Or get burned, hopefully. If we got burned, then obviously we could just, not worry about our attack being dropped. And we could stay awake and we wouldn't have to worry about this stuff happening. Unfortunately, we've gotten the 2-turn sleep. So we weren't able to just destroy the Venomoth the way we might have hoped. Alright, so something has to go down here. I mean, we can basically sweep with Kingdra in the future if we can get a Rapid Spin off at some point. Cast Form, I'm afraid, as much as I would have loved to keep Cast Form around in this scenario. He was Life Orb. So, Cast Form did its job. It took him out. We will go into Sand Slash and we'll spin this crap because we don't want to be affected by Sticky Web when we go into Kingdra and finish this guy off. So, no, we shouldn't be in danger from a Heracross without it having previously activated a toxic orb or something. So we got to find out now what his item is, and obviously he's just still going to be faster and take us out, but we don't need Sand Slash anymore. At least I don't think we do. He has Moxie, which is dangerous, but again, we can go to uh, the Suicune, get the rain up, go down, and that should be enough for the one competent OU threat on this team, Kingdra, to finish the job. I would like to believe that Castform could have done a lot of work here with Weather Ball Water against his team, but he's probably Scarf Heracross, which would outspeed us. And, Kingdra can do the same thing without having to worry as much. So sadly, we had to give the glory to the regularly one good Pokemon saving grace of this team. But we did get to click the rainy day Suicune, so that's worth 1 point somewhere. So we got a win, a real win. Now we have to try and get a win where we do something with the other weathers other than rain. I think we have it in us. I mean, Sunflower's already shown it can kill things. Sand Slash obviously is a good Pokemon in and of itself, although perhaps not necessarily in this role, but you make do with what you can. We're going to play a fun game called Set Up the Rain, go to Castform, and click Thunder. It might still be Thunder, it might be Thunderbolt because I didn't want to miss when I'm in a different weather. But yes, we're not worried about getting paralyzed and crap with Volbeat. And to be honest, we aren't that worried about getting paralyzed with Castform because, getting a kill, even if it's on a Murkrow with no Eviolite, that counts as a win for Castform. And so if he has to suffer the consequences now, then, it is what it is. Breloom's obviously going to come in here. We hopefully don't want him to get up a sub. So, yeah, we get insta-parried because, of course, I don't know if Thunder would have broken the sub, but, well, the answer is it doesn't. But yes, Castform's usefulness was up there, so the fact that we didn't have our speed anymore, wasn't of any concern to me. So we will now be having to take a focus punch somewhere else, and I think unfortunately it's going to be Sunflora. He has the Togekiss and the Gengar, so Sunflora is not really the answer we're looking for. We're just going to go drop a Draco Meteor because Breloom's a big problem, and if you would like to sack it, I would love that. And we missed the Draco Meteor, so this game, our fun has come to an end. We can go ahead and let him think that we're salty and we left the game because we missed, and that he didn't deserve to win fair and square, but really it's more he had the game so locked up that we didn't have anything more to do. So we might as well find another one and try and, get an actual real result. Now in this case, I'm pretty sure we want Sunny Day. Sun Castform can hopefully do something here. Although we might end up going into Sunflora depending because of the fact that Clefable probably doesn't take too much damage from Castform without it having some sort of boosting item. Obviously, we are a Choice Scarf, but we don't want to switch Sunflora into a Flamethrower, so we're going to just see what we can do here. And the answer is actually surprisingly quite a lot. So we're going to click the button and hope he doesn't have Protect and waste our Sun turns. And we're going to punch as big a hole in his team with Castform as he allows us to. I would love to take out a Fable with a Castform. So we get the roll there, and that's no more Clefable, which is really appreciated. Unfortunately, he doesn't really have the greatest opportunities for us to spin since we're offensive Sand Slash. It's going to be a bit hard to switch in, but I will absolutely hit the Empoleon too while I have the chance. And then we can go into, uh-oh, hopefully, okay, he's not Salic Berry or anything like that. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to click Hail, and we are going to keep clicking Hail until he dies. That is the game plan. That is all we can do. Uh, I mean, a kill with QUAD-WEATHER Suicune is hilarious, so, uh, you know, that checks another box for the video. Legitimately, this is our best play. I'm not even just memeing, other than bringing this team in the first place. Uh, Unfortunately, that loses us a lot of our weather options going forward, but we did get rid of the Empoleon, which was a threat with the substitute. This team doesn't like substitute. And that was with the cast form as well, so it definitely counts for something. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and click Sun back up on the off chance that I get a turn here, which of course I do not. And I think this is our best chance to rapid spin because this is the only thing we have a positive matchup with. And he has a perfect switch in Tangro, so like there's no reason to try and Earthquake here. Just get rid of those. And we should be able to go into Volbeat on the Tangrowth, assuming he goes for any kind of grass move. A knockoff, is a bit of a pain because it gets rid of our increased rain. But if we just go for Sun, then it's like he didn't really do anything at all. And we will be U-turning out. And unfortunately, we don't have any sort of fire option on Sunflora. Otherwise, Sunflora is a pretty big threat to his team at the moment. But we can go into Castform, and he doesn't have a switch into this, so Castform will put in some amount of work here. He can sack the Donphan, since unfortunately he got the poison. We've lost a big chunk of our health, and Ice Shard may be able to finish us off. But I would like to think with the Sunny Day form, even though he's Life Orb Donphan, we managed to take that out as well. And I think at this point we just go to Volbeat and set up the rain and hope Kingdra can finish off his last couple of Pokemon. If he's smart, he will Ice Shard here, but I was hoping that wouldn't happen, but there's not much we could do to prevent it. So we just go to Kingdra. He has the Life Orb. Maybe I should have gone to Sandslash and just baited him to stay in. That probably would have been the better play. But we will drop the Draco Meteor, which if we delete the Tangrowth, then basically accomplishes the same thing where, he has, if we can live a hit with Sandslash, I don't know, I think clearly we sack Sunflower here. Unfortunately, we can't even really hurt Lucario, so whether or not we can live any of this. He was smart enough to Swords Dance, so that's going to be the end. Because unless he misses an Icicle Crash, that's really our only hope left at this point, which isn't out of the question. That's physical ice types always run that risk. But no, he gets a crit instead, so this is the one true moment because if he misses, we should be able to beat Lucario, but Ice Shard actually just straight cleans us out because we don't have any defense investment. So we lost to the Weavile. Perhaps we should have just clicked a Draco again, but we just kind of had to hope that he didn't Swords Dance there, and we would have had to get a crit anyways. So, I mean, that one, we did what we could with Cast Form, but Weavile is just too good for this team. I don't know about this one. He's got another Weavile, obviously. I think Rain is the most effective against this team. It definitely is most effective against this Infernape. So we will go ahead and set that up. And, we should be able to live the Flare Blitz barely. And that gives us the opportunity to go to Kingdra and click some Kingdra buttons, which hopefully gets us a kill somewhere. He does just go ahead and set up the sand. So we're going to drop a Draco and switch. If he goes into, Togekiss, then so be it. We will now go into Sand Slash because we have the sand conveniently that he set up, and we can rapid spin, and that way, even when the sand goes away, we will be faster than various things. And actually, I think I'm going to take this opportunity to just set up a Swords Dance and see if we can just clean him out. He has Nasty Plot Togekiss, so we really need to hit this Stone Edge. Otherwise, it's probably game over. Yeah, we have 343 speed, which isn't quite enough for things like, these that threaten us, despite, I think we're max speed adamant. I'm so tempted to just stay in here and Earthquake, given that Weavile will probably slaughter our team otherwise. But I think we can afford to go to the Weatherman. Ice Shard, clearly we would have lived, and so if I had known he was going to do that, then I definitely would have stayed in. But I think we go for the what do we do here? We go for the Rain. Unfortunately, he is going to go straight to Starmie, which would probably have some sort of electric capabilities. I think we just say YOLO and go to Cast Form anyways, even though we'll be weak to, Grass Knot. We're not afraid of Grass Knot. I'm going to go ahead and click the Weather Ball because I expect him to switch. Unfortunately, he does change the weather to Rock. I didn't really think that all the way through. But we can go back into Sand Slash now. And we will outspeed this Gengar unless he's Scarf. So, is that Scarf toxic? There's no possible way he's faster than 4. Yeah, alright. I don't know what happened there, but we won. We won using his weather, so that's something. I'm going to get another game or two here. I think we can do better. I mean, it's not been the worst. We've won a decent amount of games, more than I expected, but I really want to actually, get the win directly off the setting up a weather and going to a guy, and then maybe setting up a different weather and going to a different guy. We're going to lead with Volbeat here because his team's a little bit too serious. We could have just gone for the Weather Ball Ice cast form, which would have been cool, but I think, excuse me, I think in this case we just, go directly to Kingdra, get crit, lose our main weather set here in terms of reliability. But if I had confidence, YOLO, he's gone. All right. Now, obviously he has a couple of water resists, but it felt good just to click the Hydro Pump button and not miss and feel the power for a moment. And two, he can't necessarily set up here. I don't know. I think this is a tough one. Obviously, he'll live a Hydro Pump, but if he goes for Belly Drum, he probably can't take 2. And if he's like Choice Band or whatnot, then, yeah, he is the Belly Drum one. He just goes straight for the play rough. But we did, make it much less of a threat. We can go into Cast from here and start dropping Thunders. Obviously, that runs into a bit of an issue with the Breloom, but other than that, we got rid of the Azumarill with Cast Form, which would be great if Kingdra was still alive. But, you don't mess around with Azumarill. If anyone knows the power of What is this? This is disrespect. Obviously, you know, he was never going to die because it's sturdy, but I mean, I'll take, I mean, even in the other video, I started out with Aerial Ace. That's where my train of thought got messed up there. But the Breloom, it was for Breloom specifically. I started running Aerial Ace, but it turns out it doesn't even do that much. So it wasn't worth it. But I'm just trying to figure out. We can almost sweep him with Sand Slash if it wasn't for the stupid Breloom, because he let his Skarmory get really weak. But unfortunately, since we have too many choice items, which is why I generally don't run choice items, he's got the switches for everything. He can kind of just stall around with everything. But we're just going to go directly into Suicune, and we're going to set up the sand, and hopefully it doesn't switch back to Breloom, because you know our Breloom answer is Sunflora, and you can literally just sub and switch if we go for a move like that. So we're gonna go ahead and sack cast form here. Under the circumstances, there's just not much cast form can do. He goes for the Thunderbolt, which is brave because Sandslash is, you know, my biggest threat. But I'm gonna go ahead and Swords Dance and assume that he is locked in to Thunderbolt, which he does switch. I think we have to Stone Edge. I would like to Rapid Spin at some point, but getting rid of Skarmory is good, and hopefully, because he resists everything, so we just have to Earthquake, and we do get put to sleep, which is unfortunate, and that's basically the end of the game, as we don't get Earth Power Sunflora anymore. And so I don't think there's any reason to play this out against the Breloom, because he can just sub forever. Perhaps I should have stayed in there and try and get a first turn Wake, because he didn't have enough HP to create a sub that turn. But obviously he could, you know, Bullet Seed or whatnot, and all of that. And, you know, what are the odds we would get a first turn Wake? In my experience, they're pretty low. This is another game where we kind of have to hope he throws some things away. We're just going to lead off with Kingdra. We're just going to drop a Specs Tangrowth, because if he switches correctly, he can wall me forever. Oh my goodness. Why is it always like this? Now, he should be able to live that, but still, the amount of damage that we just missed out on there is incredibly distressing, because we need Tangrowth gone to be able to punch through his team. And this is why you never click moves that are less than 100% accurate. I missed a crucial Draco Meteor in the original version of this video as well, and I also just deleted, the big problem is I deleted Draco Meteor on accident somehow, so I just had like mono water and ice, and so I got walled by a freaking Luminion when I should have been able to win. But I think we just U-turn into Sandslash against Skarmory. It's not the greatest matchup, but we do have Swords Dance, so you know, if it comes down to it, we can probably punch through, and in the meantime we can get rid of some of these stupid hazards, as we will Swords Dance now, so that if he does decide to switch, we can maybe threaten something. Although I think I'm going to go for one more Rapid Spin so I can outspeed the Starmie. I don't think he would switch into Starmie in this case, but I don't want the spikes up. And yeah, the Tangrowth, even if I set up another +2, I don't think Stone Edge is threatening him that much. So we're just going to go directly into Sunflora. We're going to lose our choice specs, which again isn't always the worst. The ability to switch up moves is nice. And we're just going to click Sludge Bomb, and we get the crit. I don't know if it mattered. If we had the specs, I'd be confident it didn't matter, but that's one fat blob that can switch in and out and waste our weather turns out of the way. Ice Beam is obviously a threat here, but if we can't, we can't just let him do this, switch into Starmie and disrespect our grass type like this. So Sunflora takes no prisoners, I guess. I was gonna say takes one for the team, but that's different than how Sunflora normally takes one for the team, where that means you just sacked it first, free switch into a good Pokemon. So we should be able to go to the Weatherman and set up some weathers, and hopefully, I mean, Skarnbliss just basically is a big threat to this team. Uh, Even if he doesn't have any of the other Pokemon left, he does taunt us, which brings us to struggle immediately. But I think we can go try and get some Weather Balls in. If he's smart, he goes straight to Blissey, but that gives us a pretty free Rapid Spin, so I was willing to risk that. We will go back into, what do we want to do here? We will go back into the Weatherman and we will set up, I don't know what we're set up, because it should be sand in this scenario, but obviously it's not a great matchup for Sandslash. He doesn't really want to fight a Quagsire presumably, but I think, I don't know, we may be misplaying a bit here, but I need to get these spikes gone so that I can get Sunflora back in. I feel like I probably just threw the game by doing this series of plays, because Sandslash is our only real answer to Blissey, but I don't know, I'm distracted by something. I guess generally I'm just tired. We will drop a Nature Power because it's funny, and obviously he's going to switch, and so we want to get a funny status. We're probably going to kill ourselves with our own sand, but I think we want to set up rain. Yeah, we definitely made a big mess of this game, but hopefully with the because he just got up the spikes back after I sacrificed my most important mon to get rid of them. So clearly, I don't know, I had a brain aneurysm there. If he's Water Absorb Quagsire, we're forfeiting. But no, I mean, he just throws Quagsire away. Maybe we can Tuico Blissey. That's why I clicked Hydro Pump and not Surf. But I forgot we've lost the specs. So one, we can't. But two, we can. Oh, he's Calm Mind Blissey. So, I mean, we've lost, but we can kind of troll around a bit. We can lock him into Calm Mind, and maybe make him forfeit. But other than that, this game is over. So, yeah, we've lost all of our Pokemon. We're just going to pretend this one didn't happen. We're going to, wait a turn or two to see how he reacts to his Blissey getting calm-minded and see if his brain comprehends the fact that he can just sit here forever. But yes, we will go into Kingdra and we will try and crit a Draco Meteor. And if that fails, we will forfeit. I honestly, I don't know what happened there with my plays. I basically, I just didn't have a good play, and so I was unable to come up with a series of plays that got the direct results. So I just defaulted to a bad play. We're going to get one more good game, and then we're going to end it. Whenever we get a good game by this team's version of good, hopefully that starts off with not being swept by Bibarel. Obviously, we are very susceptible. If there's one thing Bibarel is good at, it's bullying teams that aren't actually designed to handle threatening Pokemon. because if you're assuming the other team has threats, then Bibarel's probably not the biggest one of those threats. But if you're just gonna let a dangerous Pokemon do what it wants, then Bibarel is, one of the biggest. If it's cursed, we do at least have Encore, and we should be faster than Aquajet, so we can lock into that with Volbeat if it comes down to it. But our game plan to start off with is go directly to Castform. You know what? I was going to do Ice Castform, but that's too obvious, and he switches that. We're going to set up the Rain and go to Castform, and then we will click Thunder or Ice Beam, depending on what the scenario is, what we think is going to happen. This man's mind is melted by seeing a Castform, or he's just AFK. But hopefully he's not AFK. If it gets to like 60 seconds, I'll just find another battle. I mean, I don't really want to like sit here and do nothing for that long, but I don't know, man. Here's the thing. You thought I was playing poorly before. I'm going to do 2 battles at once. Double the chance for, Castform to do stuff, and double the chance to insta-lose to any of these kind of mons. Alright, I think we just lead with Volbeat and we go the Kingdra button. That is obviously our opponent's team is really good, and our only chance of hurting them is Kingdra button. Hopefully this guy makes a move, or we're sitting here in 2 different games doing nothing. At least we won't get swept by a Bibarel this way. I'm putting the timer on. Alright. We have our least favorite Pokemon here, Breloom. So we will set up the Rain. We will U-turn, or we will Encore if he starts doing stupid Breloom things, like only Breloom can do. Look, we've got just the Pokemon we want to see. I think we're going to go into Kingdra. Obviously, Castforms are also a decent option, but when he has all these switches left, I definitely want to, I don't understand that play at all, but we'll take Gliscor if he wants to sack it. I mean, I understand Kingdra's a big threat, but that should hopefully open up Sandslash a little bit. He still has a straight Breloom, which, is a big counter to this team in general. But we will click the button here. Obviously, he's afraid of Kingdra, and assuming he doesn't get a lot of hits, we will be able to get rid of this threat. And this may be it. Oh, he forfeited. We could have had a chance to do the things. How long is this video at right now? I'm 48 minutes. You know what? Screw it. We go again. We will do Castform the movie. We will do an hour-long video. Never done an hour-long video before, but to get Castform to do something, it's only right. We go to Suicune. We click Sand button. We go to Sandslash. We start carving up his team. That's the plan. We should be able... disrespectful rocks in front of Suicune, I get it. But we're not that kind of Suicune. There's no way he Flare Blitzes here. I doubt he close combats. So, we should be in good shape to either Rapid Spin or Earthquake, depending on, what kind of moves we see fit here. We might be better off if we had the... Alright, we're going to Rapid Spin here because he's not going to stay in. That's the play. But maybe having the Sandrock on Suicune would be decent. We got avalanched. Hopefully he doesn't have leftovers. Oh no. I wasn't prepared for this. I was prepared for trouble, but not for this. Avalanche Aggron. That's something you don't see. Obviously he's going to be sturdy. So that's a tragic turn of events. But we do have the Castform to get the kill. We will just go ahead and Wither Ball Rock because it's funny. And thankfully, despite being resisted and with a sandstorm boost, we do get the kill. He shouldn't know that we're Scarf because we should be faster anyways than that Pokemon. But now is where the true question comes in, and that is, how much do we value Castform at this point? He's Work Up Jolteon, I don't know, but I mean it's still Stab Weather Ball even when he's leftovers Work Up. This is not what we were prepared for. So Volbeat into oh man, see look. Aren't you glad I found another game? You've never seen such a Jolteon before in your life. You wouldn't believe you if I didn't. You wouldn't believe me if I didn't put it on. If I didn't put it on video, on camera. But unfortunately, maybe we should have sacked something other than our main weather setter there. But I think we can just go ahead and drop a Spec Surf in the rain and get rid of this threat. And hopefully he's not going to go to Salamence in this kind of situation, and hopefully the Quagsires are still running the Quagsire ability instead of the Water Absorb ability. I don't know what this guy is. He thinks Inferno is a counter to water types. He has the Fake Out clearly, but that's not going to save him. He's just trolling one rain turn in response. Please, by all means, sack the Salamence, because what he doesn't realize is that I can't switch up to Dragon moves. So the more water resists are gone, the more I just instantly win. I guess this is gonna be the end of the video. I tried to get a better display of the QUAD-WEATHER Suicune, where you do multiple weathers in the same game. Maybe I go through some of the old footage and try and pick out one of those battles, because we did have those battles, and then just dumb stuff happened at the end where I lost them when I probably could have or should have won. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the showcase. We got more wins than I expected, and I hope you like the concept. I hope you watched the whole video if you made it to the end. Otherwise, I hope you skipped over the ones where we lost stupidly. But we're gonna try one more fun thing. We're gonna try and get hail. We haven't done hail like the whole time other than to do ice damage. Hail Castform. So to get hail into the video, hopefully we can not die to the Crobat, and hopefully we can do a decent amount of damage to the Quagsire with the neutral Weather Ball. But yes, I hope you enjoyed. I'll probably be doing some sort of Typhlosion, Sun, and RU for the next video, unless there's something else you want to see. Hopefully we can... no, he's gonna not let us have our fun here. We'll go for the crit. We could have gone for Ice Beam so that, we could keep going for it and try and get the freeze. But we will come back, and we'll just go straight into Sunflower, try and get all the fun. We should have this game wrapped up with the Kingdra is the point here. So we're memeing around with the other Pokemon. But we will just go ahead and Nature Power the Crobat because we can. And we can't get the friggin' Nature Power after effects, which would be much more funny if we could, but he's Sludge Bombing again, and I've lost my train of thought by the stupid way this battle is ending, but we're gonna sack Sunflora, hopefully. Fortunately, we can't get poisoned, but he has the Aguav Berry because why not? But I don't know what I was gonna say, dude. I hope you had fun. I hope to see you back for another video, Hopefully it'll be better and I'll have my train of thought. But in the meantime, we're gonna get a kill with the stupid cast form, even though we're outsped and we die to poison damage, which is probably good because we can go directly into Kingdra without him healing everything off. And Specs Draco, I would assume, is enough. Luckily, we have a switch out. So yes, that's the end of the battle. That's the end of the video. We did some things there. We got avalanched. We killed some things with cast form. We got all the cast forms into the video. I hope you have a great day. This is Dynamo22, and I'll see you next time.